Ba-dum. All I want for Mother's Day is big stompy mechs. Big stompy mechs. Big stompy mechs. It's Tuesday, and at Tuesday we look at toys because they're cool. Specifically, we work at Games Workshop toys because they're cool. And I like looking at them. And that's reason enough. And apparently, there's going to be some major changes to Age of Sigmar coming up. We are going to find out what they are May 16th and Friday, May 17th. New Age of Sigmar, new miniatures, new builds, new rules, some other stuff, I guess. New addition, of course. So I'm sure we're going to forget another round of controversy because they're going to change something. The only thing I have problem with this is, I mean, it's fantasy, and they said they were going to be focusing mostly on fantasy this year, but it's not the fantasy that they said they were focusing on. But other than that, it's fantasy. See if they show anything in the trailer.
Hi, I'm Lewis, and I'm super excited to invite you to the Warhammer preview show, The Mortal Realms Reforged. From the 16th to the 19th of May, we'll be heading to the Arlington Esports Arena in Texas and Warhammer World in the UK to celebrate Warhammer in person. We'll have live exhibitions, previews, and the first chance to play the new edition of Warhammer Age of Sigmar and Spearhead. Don't worry if you can't be there in person, you can keep up.
All right, nothing we haven't seen yet. All right, moving on to the newsy news. What can the new Codex Chaos Space Marines detachments do for you? I don't know. My laundry? Make me a sandwich? Pay my taxes? I don't know. What can they do for me? Good question. Other than looking cool. They have 8 detachments, which is 8 more than I knew about. And they're going to be laying some smackdown on the non-Chaos Sports Marines. That picture really doesn't do him justice. Can we make it bigger, please? No. Got some new rules for about misdirection. Yeah, because that's what we need on a Warhammer battle play, misdirection. Some other new rules and some new spells. All right, that one's a little better. Still not a great picture, but definitely can see the normal Space Marine classic, but then also the Chaos Corruption. This guy's got a few extra appendages coming out and stuff. And this dude definitely rocking some unusual fashion choices. These two guys are just normal dudes. They're just like, we're here, whatever. We're getting paid. I don't know. I guess are we the bad guys? Does it matter? Another new rule. Ooh, who's this? This is, well, it doesn't say who this is. It just says warp-fueled thrusters. Thrusters powered by the pure of warp. Your thrusters are clogged, sir. You have gunk and schmutz in your thrusters and on your, what are these called? Your regulators. Your whatever. There's a term for these. But yeah, schmutz and gunk and rocks, and looks like you got some skulls stuck in there. Yeah, you're gonna have to get those cleaned out. If you want, you start the thrusters with those in. That's not gonna work. Plus, your armor is very top heavy. It's really not. Whoever thought this was, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't see you staying in the air long. We need to completely rebuild you. Another magic item. So yeah, it looks like some changes coming up to the Chaos Marines. Yay, Chaos Marines, or boo, Chaos Marines. And it looks like we've got some new Chaos Marines Black Library. This one's called Renegades Harrow Master. This one's called Angod, the Red Angel. And then they have figures of all the individuals. Night Lords of the Omnibus. The Lords of Silence. Hello, Silence, my old friend. Arhem the Omnibus. You do know what an omnibus is, right? It's not a term you normally refer to a person. It's a book. Are you trying to say that he is a storehouse of knowledge and he knows a lot of stuff? There's other terms for that, like sage or professor or educator or carrier of wisdom. Omnibus is not a person. But other than that, there are a lot of Black Library books. Does anybody know how many? I think I need to look that up. There's way more than I'm aware of. I mean, every week we see at least 4, both in English and in other languages. I think if you ever went to it's surprising how many of these and how long it's been around. I mean, you don't really think about the massive amounts of books that have been written in the Warhammer universe, but there's a lot. Do I care how many? I'm just curious, you know? I mean, it's going to stick with me. Hey, they're changing prices. All right. I knew we couldn't go the entire day without something controversial. Price changes for individual products will depend upon where you live, but it'll be between 3 and 5%. Something that used to cost $2 might go up to, $4 or $3.50. You know, something that might cost $31.50 might go up to $40 before taxes. Things that aren't changing are paint, thank God, paint sets, the books. So just the important stuff, but not the paints or the books. We already looked at this. We've got some Skaven. I love the Skaven. If I played Warhammer Age of Sigmar, I would probably play Skaven. We've got a Sigmar Lick Splitter with new Skaven Jerazel. Jerazel is the driver, and this is the Lick Splitter, I guess. Wouldn't mind a little more detail there on the pants, but other than that, yeah. Looks like it's a very large bolt action with some type of pressure gauge. So a pressure mounted bolt action long range gun of some kind. So yeah, definitely looks like bolt action, right? And then this provides the firepower as opposed to gunpowder. Seems overly complicated for a single shot weapon, but okay. When you absolutely positively have to take out that tank. Armies. We've got some armies on parade. Progress reports from Warhammer staff taking a look at some new stuff coming out and some new paints coming out and some ideas of how you can paint them. You know, so we're seeing like here they are in their virgin form, untouched, waiting to be primed and painted. Here's some that are being painted and who's doing them. So just some examples of style. Ooh, I like this guy with the lantern. These guys have a very aquatic feel to them. I don't know if that's intentional or just my interpretation of them, but they feel like the kind of guys you'd see fighting underwater or on a boat. Very naval. Maybe it's just the color choices. I like the lantern. I like the look of this dude. He looks fun. We got these dudes. Some these weird, the Kroots they're called. These weird bug lizard men. These dudes are cool. Some generic tanks. Necromancer, Chaos Lord on his little Chaos tank. I would paint these Mad Max Fury Road. I would go against the grain, I think, if I could paint. I'd go for a much more post-apocalyptic. I'd go bright colors, lots of dirty washes, you know. If I could, you know, had the skill and the talent and the time to paint these, I think I'd do the exact opposite and just make them bright and post-apocalyptic and just sort of, you know, look very much Mad Max. Because maybe that's just the image I get when I look at this guy is, you know, Fury Road. And then here we have an adventuring party with some dogs. Two dogs and I think that's a dog. Or it could be a pig. I'm not sure. And we got, looks like that's a ranger. We got, another dog. Definitely some kind of hunting party. Guy with crossbow. guy with teeny little crossbow, guy with really big crossbow, guy with axe, guy with spear. One of these things is not like the others. Guy with axe. I'm helping. Way to go, Bill. By the time they get to you. Here we've got some more dudes. Got some type of walking spellcaster branding dude. We've got this knight. Look at the expression on this guy. He's just like, oh, what are you doing over there, Simon? And then I just love this dude. I love the dude who carries around the icon and it's some guy's decapitated head. Because they did this in the Middle Ages, right? They would have body parts and they would put them in churches and stuff. And they would say it's, such and such of such famous dude. I think during the Reformation, when they were clearing out the churches, they found like 4 different skulls, all supposedly the skull of Saint Brenda and stuff like that. So yeah, so this is a thing. So it's historically accurate, and I just love it that's his icon is just some dude's decapitated head, and he's just like, yes, this is the decapitated head of Saint Marcus, and I love the added flowers. That's just a cool touch. We've got a kill team fighting it out on a thingy. Nice stuff, guys. Nice to see what they do on their off time at the office. And that's it. Looks like everything's coming up Space Marines next week, specifically Chaos Space Marines. A lot of love for the Space Marines in the Chaos Space Marines, which is fine. I mean, at least the Chaos Space Marines are more interesting, than just the standard blue guy Space Marines. I mean, this guy's got a tentacle. This guy's got things coming out of his back. This guy's just interesting fashion choices all over. And then we just got the bump and grind, the normal men. The guys are just like, I don't care. I'm here. I'm fighting. I guess we're the bad guys this week. Then we got the Dread Talons. Are these? Well, that guy's a gun, so I guess they're 40K. That guy has a gun too. But yeah, these guys could pass as semi-decent D&D figures. Look at this dude. Right over here. Can you see him? That guy's fucking awesome. And this is, I want to say, dog? Gnoll, maybe? Some type of bestial? I don't know. Vaguely animal. He's pretty cool. Yeah, we already saw this guy, Mr. Things Are Stuck in My Thruster. This guy right here, he's pretty cool. They look fun. Here's another, I guess, more same group. Different interpretation of the same group. Some type of, this guy could be a wizard. These are ridiculous. But, hey, man, plus 1,000 points for having the balls to try it, pull it off. Minus 1,000 points for them being actually feasible. And some more bits and pops. And that's so it looks like a lot of Chaos Marines love next week. And that's pretty much it. Oh, here we go. Wait. Here's some stuff for the upcoming contest and upcoming Golden Demon and where it's going to be. So it looks like starting the 16th of May in Dallas is when it starts, and it runs through November 2024 with the World Championships in Atlanta, of all places, on November of this year. So congratulations to anybody who's made it that far. Good luck. And yeah, whoever makes it to the win, congratulations ahead of time. But just congratulations for making it this far. I can't wait to see this year's Golden Demon. I know that guy. You ever happened to that where you're just like looking at random pictures and you're like, wait, I know that dude. No, is that just me? That's just like, yeah, that's probably just me. Don't listen to me. Anyways, have a great afternoon. I'm sure we've got other news things to talk about today, but that's the first one because that's always fun. Sets the stage for the rest of the day. Nice, refreshing look at cool art before we get into whatever the next controversy is. Blah, blah, blah. If you appreciate this content, let me know. If you never want to hear me do this ever again, too bad. This is one of my fun things for the week is just looking at these toys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. It's not too late to help me hit 2,000 subs. Otherwise, I'll talk to y'all later. Get off my land. Get off my land.